Hey guys, what's up? Thanks for tuning in to Motorboat Outdoors. It's pretty early here this morning. Well, actually getting out pretty late today. We're headed out to some public land here in central North Carolina. This is a public area. It's been hunted pretty heavily so far this year. I can't tell you how many times I've heard a bird go down within probably not even 500 yards of me. It's pretty dangerous out there hunting public land. I don't like to run a gun a whole lot because you don't know what's around the corner or who's around the corner. And there's people out there that just shoot at movement and they don't like to wait and make sure it's a bird. I don't understand. I'm actually meeting a buddy out there. His name is Lewis Earls. He's a pretty avid hunter himself. He's from Alaska. He did some time in South Dakota. He's had the chance to do some pretty cool stuff, and taking him out there with me this morning. We're going to a spot I've been to before. We've killed one bird there so far. The other day we went back. I brought one friend and I brought another friend, and the other morning they were just hammering all around us, right there, first light. When they're coming off of the roost, they're gobbling like crazy, man. But we just couldn't make it happen the other day. So we're hoping today that, we can get it done. So just to tell you about myself, my name is Jacob Moda. I'm 20 years old, man. I did some time in the Army right after high school. Just got out a few months ago. Right now I'm making pizzas for a living. But man, do I wish I could make hunting a living. So that's what we're trying to do here, and this is my first video, so you're gonna have to excuse the cringiness, all of the awkwardness, and this is also the first hunt I've ever filmed. So we're gonna give it a shot, see how it goes, and hopefully use this as a learning experience, see what all I need to do, what all I need to not do. And we'll see how it goes. And I'd say the main reason to me starting this channel is because all the time I'll have a great hunt, an awesome hunt. It's the coolest thing ever. I'll go home and I'll go to tell my wife Sam, and she just don't want to hear it. She just doesn't care. She likes that I'm having fun. She doesn't care allowing me time to go do that stuff, but man, she sure don't care to hear it. So I decided it'd be a lot cooler if I could just take a video and show her what it's all about. So that's what we're gonna do. I'll be at our spot here in about 10 minutes, and we're gonna be getting set up, and then I'll get the cameras going once the light comes out. You guys get to see Lewis there for a little bit, and then we'll see if we can bring us in a long beard. All right, here we go. Look at this. So this is my footprint from the other day. And here's a turkey track right over it. Turkey track running all down here.
Yeah, we could seriously, like, another morning, wander and sit there.
Just sit on the road. Yeah. Yeah. Right here they're doing some scratching. So that was pretty rough. So first time taking the camera out. So like I said, you know, not a whole lot of footage from the hunt. You know, still getting used to it. Not exactly sure what I'm doing yet. So as far as the hunt goes though, so we got set up kind of late. My buddy is running late like always. He had to stop and get gas, something, I don't know. But he finally showed up at about 5:40, I want to say. I believe, like, the first, you know, light you can see, you know, shooting light, whatever you want to call it, was like just before 6 o'clock. And we still had a good 500-meter walk to the spot we were going to set up at. And we get set up, we decided to go with the blind this morning just because the area we were hunting in was pretty open, and he, for some reason, doesn't have a lot of camo yet. So we decided to go with the blind, sat in camping chairs, you know, it's real comfy. So, you know, allows a little bit more movement in that open area. So we went with the blind, and when I was here hunting this area the other day, 2 days ago, they were just firing off like crazy. Just gobble over there, gobble behind you, to the left, to the right, gobble in front of you. It's pretty crazy, you know, how many birds were in the area, and we couldn't make it happen the other day. Well, this morning, you know, we set up just in time for shooting light. I'd like to be out there a little earlier. Usually I like to sit for about 30-45 minutes before, you know, you start seeing light. So we heard our first gobble around 6:10. It's a good ways away. I believe it was across the river that we were hunting beside. So, you know, we didn't worry too much about that one. We heard a couple more, a little closer, still a pretty good distance away. And then right at about 6:15, man, there was a gobble about 200 yards from us. And we both just looked at each other and were like, did you hear that? Did you see how close that was? So we sat there for a minute, and I was using the mouth call. My slates are not sounding good right now because I lost my little Brillo pad to scratch them up. So they weren't sounding good, so I decided not to go with those today. So I was using the mouth call. I'd purr every once in a while, a couple minutes. And then we look up in the field, and it's just real tall grass. You know, it looks like almost like hay, just really tall grass. And look up, and I just see this blob, and I'm like, nah, that's not a bird. Come to find out it was, because we're looking at it, and then what was happening was he was in full strut, and he was walking towards us. I hit the mouth call. He fired off right away. I let off the call for a few minutes. We couldn't really see him. About 5 minutes later, he popped back up in the same exact spot. And he's probably 150 yards away. And we didn't know what to do. He wasn't really moving towards us. He wasn't really going away either. And then I hit mouth call one more time, and he cut me off. So I was like, all right, well, maybe we should be quiet and see what happens. And then we just got too amateur and too excited. And we decided that we were going to leave the blind and make a move on him. Well, hopefully it wasn't the case, but I do believe that we spooked him in some way, whether it was the noise of us getting out of the blind or he actually saw us once we left the blind. I'm not sure, but we walked all the way up to where he was. He wasn't there. We walked all the way around it. He was nowhere to be found. So we head back to the blind. We sit for a minute and we're like, dang, we just kept thinking about what we did and how that longbeard was just right there in front of us, and we couldn't get to it. So we decided we were gonna pick up and move. Left the blind there. We just started walking down this road that leads into like this new pine tree forest kind of thing. But man, I tell you, the roads here, the dirt roads, they are just covered, completely ate up in turkey tracks. Like, it's just insane how there's so many birds out here. And we just can't figure them out yet. But depending on when I work today, I'm either supposed to work here in a little bit or I'm going to work tonight. I'll go back to that same spot. You know, hopefully he'll be coming back to roost there if we didn't spook him. If not, if we did spook him, I'm wasting my time. But you know, hopefully we didn't. Hopefully I can get back out here tonight. But if not, I'm leaving on Thursday. Today's Tuesday. I'm leaving Thursday after work to head up to TNT Hunting Club out in Bertie County, North Carolina. I've been hunting there for several years. Shot my first deer there, shot my first turkey there. It's just a good time there. My uncles have been there for 20 years now, I believe, in that club. My stepdad's in it. Got another uncle that's about to be in it. You know, hopefully someday I will be too. There's a lot of money to be in that club. But it's a lot of land. It's a lot of animals out there. Great wildlife. So we're going to be going up there, and we're hoping to get my little brothers. They're 12 and 10, I believe. And my stepdad on their first birds. So this weekend I'll mostly be kind of guiding them, not really hunting myself. I've got one tag left, so hopefully, you know, maybe I can pull a double with one of my brothers or something. That'd be pretty cool. All right, but thank you guys for watching this video. You know, it's my first one, so don't give me too much of a hard time. If you like this video, go ahead and like it. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Trying to, you know, have a bunch of videos out there coming up here soon. So, y'all have a good one and get outside.